Hey everyone, it's Will, Gamer Dad, with another live stream for you. Sorry I was a couple minutes late. There have been some unfortunate technological issues, so hey everyone, hope everyone has had a great weekend. Obviously for some of you already into Monday, well hopefully you've been having a great week. Let me know if you can hear me, and we're going to start off with some green keys right off the bat. Hey Melody. Hi everyone, Callie. Hopefully everyone has had some fun with the boss rush. Hey, Zach. Thank you, Argent. Tim. Hi. Alright. So otherwise, yeah, the boss rush has been very, very fun. You've seen most of my videos on those, and I will say that they did definitely actually take a lot of time this week. So, yeah. Greetings. Hey, Blue Rubber Ducky. Yes. Yes, Akane's Manifest looks pretty good and pretty well balanced as well. Flamemaster, congrats on the Codex. Is everyone farming in Zebriah Crystal, or are you guys doing other things with your red keys? Okay, let's buy some tickets. Saved them all up for this week as usual. Hopefully today we get some Minervas, or hopefully my first Codex as well. Excellent. Congrats on the Hismina. I also would have liked Yukino, although I won't complain about getting Uella. Great. Yeah, the super bosses won't come out until chapter, I guess when Tri comes out, right? So, I definitely did enjoy everything. I just, it was quite a bit of pressure, honestly, to kind of get those videos out. Wow, Argent, that is a pretty good haul, I would have to say. Yeah, Divine Circle Splash is definitely, looks really, really good, and of course, same thing, I think the stacks don't go away, right? I'm actually looking forward to getting, to checking out Akane's, Manifest once we, get it into Global. Nice. Yeah, sounds like, Aether, you have a pretty good plan in, doing the, grinding. For myself, I'm just doing pretty much the crystal. I want to get plus 10 for all the gear first, and then decide what I want to do after that. Congratulations, Jose, on getting the Wizard Tome. Now you can finally unlock Garyu, and then eventually AS Garyu as well. Okay, let's see if we can get anything out. 3, 2, 1, and go. Whoa! Wow! We start off the live stream with a pretty nice drop. First chant of the night, hopefully not our last. That is great. I swear when I do live streams, I feel like you guys are bringing me luck, and so I really appreciate that you guys hang around and you know, bring me some cool drops, and hopefully we see some awesome drops later on through the stream as well. I also agree with ES Foreign being really, really good for Pure Stone, although ES Sukiya will be coming, which looks really awesome as a Pierce unit as well. That being said, ES Foreign still has a lot more synergy with Water Pierce teams, and so I'll have to play around with both if I get both, and see how we go. Okay. Let's go with round 2. And we got some rain. Nice. Oh, I'm glad you guys are having some... it seems like you guys are storing up a little bit of chance scripts. I know with the boss rush we do get a few extra ones, so that's pretty nice. And Blue Rubber Ducky, yes. The low MP cost is definitely very, very good for Akane. Although I don't find with most fights that I run out of MP at this point. Maybe before when boss fights were longer. But nowadays we can end most fights with a few turns. And so I'm not sure how significant MP will be at this point. Okay. Rise, congratulations on the perfect run. Oh, definitely we'll find a way to slot both units, Gao. In Aether, in terms of AS Victor and his end of turn, I've only watched one video from Japan because, like I said, I try not to spoil myself with too much Japanese content. That being said, being that the end of turn wind attack looks like it's based off the AF multiplier, essentially it's almost like a way to overcome another HP stopper, given that you're launching a large AF. I think it combos really well with, for example, one-turn AFs such as Melissa, being that they're also wind as well, right? So that looks to be very, very good. However, not really sure how I feel. I mean, it looks like you also have to bring up the multiplier quite high with lightning units to kind of double those hits, right? Blue Rubber Ducky, I agree. Akane is definitely really, really usable again. Especially now that we have some synergies with Katana Fire, with AS Sukiya, of course, as well. And for Tinky and Linda, I'm glad that you guys can, that Tinky was able to help you out, Linda. I do find that when people on the stream here are very, very friendly and able to help each other out. So I'm really glad that we have this forum or ability to kind of, help each other and chat about things as well. Falco, I don't have either of those units, surprisingly. So, maybe in the future if I luck into it through an off-banner pull. But at this time, no, I don't. Yes, Melody. The weapons for Lulu and Radika drop with, I want to say AS Mayufa, I think. Tai, yeah, Xavier, you're right, got power crept a fair bit. Just wait till you see the Manifest Philo, Argent. I think it'll help a lot with Slash. Well, not bad. Another Jadeite. As long as we get minimal numbers of high-class scrolls, I'll be very, very happy about that. Aether, you are definitely, I'm definitely thinking about trying to do that. However, the thing with Milsha, all of her hits are only single. But yeah, those two end of turn, I wonder how they're going to do, if they go end of turn back to back. That looks really interesting. And I'm wondering if Milsha's triggers first, or if it's Victor's. And I guess that depends on the speed of the unit. Okay, so first run was great, second one was average, and let's see how our third one goes. In terms of Lulu, I'm actually really happy I lucked into a 4.5, and so I can decide whether or not I want to upgrade to AS Lulu or Manifested Lulu or, you know, both. Did you guys get any cool drops this week? Let me know how things have gone in terms of Eden for you guys this week. Yeah, you're right, Tinky. Victor is pretty fast. Yeah, so either way, I'm pretty happy I have one form of Victor at least. Otherwise, with all these powerful units, it's going to be really hard to decide where you're going to spend stones. You know, for most of us, we're going to run out of stones well before that banner hits. But hopefully some of us, or some of you guys, if not most of you, have at least, you know, Victor in some form. Then that way you have the option of not necessarily summoning for AS Victor. Because with these, with the Tsubamis and the Mayumfas, it looks like a lot of units that almost look like they require a summon. We'll have to definitely be pretty picky with which banners to go for. Argent. I imagine that one should kill off a stopper and then another one kill off another stopper if there are two stoppers. Otherwise, you know, you're just going to win either way. Half Moon. Yeah, it's weird that there aren't any Crystal Axe users, although who knows if they're going to release one in the future. I would imagine they would. Akane is definitely extremely quick. Flamester. For Amy, I currently still use Bulk Faust, although if I do convert her to from a non-elemental or non-type to a wind, then I'll have to adjust that weapon at that time, and as well as the grass stuff. Congratulations, Melody. I'm glad my strategy helped you beat that one. It was not an easy fight for sure. Well, Tinky, hopefully Nakoko comes home for you. Yep, AS Mayumfa is broken. Hey, Naruto. It's okay if you're just logging in again. Welcome back to Eden. Meanwhile, let's see if we get anything cool here. Oh, not bad. As I said many times, it's good that none of the content is, is all permanent. So the only thing you've really missed out on is a few logins and a few red keys. But otherwise, you can catch up and enjoy the game. There are a few new collabs, of course, if you haven't done those Tales or the secondary P5. Congratulations, Tim, on your first chance there. All right. Hey, Rose with Thorns. I will take that. Really, Falco? Didn't realize that the Steam version had those glitches. Hopefully they iron it out in a future patch. Alright. Oops. Well, I guess for another Eden, next couple of updates will be AS Shigiri, I think. And then after that, we have Chapter 9 of the Mythos. So at least a couple of weeks in between a next chapter, and depending on whether or not you really need AS, then you could also pass on that banner for Shigiri. And then you can, save up for after that. And of course, that Chapter 9 has AS Tyranny, so that should be interesting as well. Hey, Keith, welcome. And yes, I had a pretty good weekend, a little bit busy. Of course, I wasn't able to have a live stream last night. For those who don't know, I went on a date night with Gamer Mom, and so today I actually did some work at home. I had to do some studying for part of my job, and then now I'm here streaming with you guys and burning some peas. Melody, I didn't realize you're missing AS Rosetta. Hopefully you get her soon. Iriax. I am going to do Yuella once I get her to level 80. Sometime this week, hopefully. Things have been busy on a personal note, just with life and work and stuff, but I will do a 5-star review. Initial thoughts on Yuella. Seems to have a long ramp up in terms of her attack. And because her Lunatic changes her DPS move, you lose some of the benefits of the regular move, which applies type resist debuff. However, you get double the hits, and so I haven't really tested how much difference in damage that will be. So I will try to do that. Seems to obviously have a lot of synergy with the all-pierce lance carrying zone thing. So if you had AS Mina with Yuella, I think that would work really well, being that, but on the other hand, we still have AS Foreign doing all the crit setting if because that's part of her way of setting up her own stacks as well. So not really sure what to think of Yuella, but like I said, I'll have to do some play testing and see. Her DPS seems to still be pretty decent. Hey, the Lazo. Farming is going okay, nothing too exciting since the last live stream. Obviously for today's live stream, we've already gotten one chance, so not too bad. No tree ECs, and hopefully we get a few extra tree ECs, or even my first codex. Okay, anything exciting here? Oh, hey, extra data, not bad. Knock on wood, no high-class scrolls yet. Which is very surprising given you've seen the other streams where you see high-class scroll after high-class scroll. Hey, James. Welcome. Yeah, it's hard to predict who the next zone setters are going to be. Obviously, one way to try to offset that is to try to have at least one version of any character, but that's near impossible if you're free to play, and relatively expensive if you're if you spend stones. So pretty hard. Insult to injury. I'll take that. And moving on. All right, we can buy a round apiece for green. Oops, sorry. Oh my goodness. Getting distracted by the chat here. Thank you, the Lazo. No, I actually normally don't tune into E3. But if I do get a chance of free time, I'll give that a check out. Remember, now that we have that Fire Zone Grasta, I think we won't even, I'm not even sure how that will fit in Hardy versus just using a Grasta like that. Oh, sorry to hear that, Ether, or Aether. RNG can be cruel, and yeah, I mean, those PCD finishes are definitely very, very valuable, and especially now that we can get codexes from them, I think that would be a top priority for most people. For myself, I'm not sure if I would choose a Codex or a Minerva, because not to say that ES Molina is bad by any stretch. I just think that for my team, with Slash being such a prevalent and Fire being a prevalent team, I might even consider going for Minerva over the Codex. But that sounds crazy, right? Wow, 12 chances this month alone? Holy smokes. Congrats, James. Hi, yes, Radika is pretty good increasing, crit for every type of attack, and she is a Fire Zone setter as well. Yeah, I don't have her, so I can't really comment, but her kit looks quite good. Good luck, Tinky. I hope you do get one of those cool ones that you need. I guess I was lucky with Garyu, being that we had, at the time that Garyu first came out, and grinding the Antiquity dungeon, there wasn't much to use with Green Key, so I was able to grind out a lot of Shadow for Garyu. Not to mention, for example, that Radika AS got that luck-based kill everything, just like Tiramisu. Very, very well-rounded. Gao, I do believe that. I mean, the extra Fire Zone plus her kit makes her very, very versatile and powerful. Oh, thanks, Tim, for the suggestion. I think so, just from a synergy standpoint. And not that Blunt Zone is bad or anything, it's just that, like I said, I feel that Slash Zone is just so much more relevant. Not to mention Minerva kind of boosts the entire team for multi-uses. I think she can boost, with her Pride of Miglins. I mean, you can essentially spit her on any team and it'll boost it. I can't wait to eventually get her once I get that far. Okay, let's see what lies in store for us now. Oh, the streak had to end. Well, it makes sense. High-class scrolls are much more common than the other four other prizes out there. We're still waiting on our first treatise of the night. Hopefully we get something cool. Yeah, Blunt Zone isn't the most powerful, but I mean, it still enhances top units such as Selmina. Not to mention, Yifa has that big debuff, which works really, really well. Man, these drops are not the best. Yeah, I'll be honest. I haven't even upgraded my 5-star Yifa yet to 5-star from 4.5, and I haven't had needs so far. But I'm sure that in the future, the devs will make content more easy to beat with certain zones, such as Blunt, that hasn't been utilized as much, being that Pierce and the other elements seem to have dominated. In terms of Blunt Zone, once those two units come out, I mean, I think it'll boost it quite a bit, because if you think about it, you only really need 4 frontline units, right? And if you have even any 2 of those, I would imagine not much content is standing in the way, unless it's resistant to Blunt, of course. Congratulations, Rise. I remember when the mayor was so difficult back then, and of course nowadays it's not nearly as challenging as before. Oh yes, Skull with that lightning increasing combo meter. Him and ES Molina together really boost that combo meter. Extra crit damage is always welcome, Blue Rubber Ducky. Flamemaster, if you do go for the Slash Zone weapon banner, good luck. I hope you get a Lulu. And if you or whatever units you happen to need in that. D-Half Moon, yeah, save. Oh, the radius. Man, she is very, very useful, but it really depends on what you need to beat her with. If you can beat all the content in the game, then save your chance for another unit. If you need her for that extra shielding, rage, physical, defense, and so forth, then definitely upgrade her. I will say I've upgraded her and have used her in many, many teams. But then again, nowadays I'm sure you could beat things with other zones. Hi, Vin. I think Melina ES's DPS is pretty decent too, is it not? Ah, there you go, yes. That 3000 heal is quite the amazing. And back to a Jadeite. Still not too bad prize-wise. So does everyone think we're going to get AS Shigiri this week, or do you think they'll push it back another and give us a 7-day banner or something like that? It'd be hilarious if that dropped during this tonight's live stream. And Melody, yes, I am also currently doing that. I want to get them to 105 if possible. Wow, no treaty season and multiple runs of Future Guerrilla. But, you know, can't complain, I guess. One chant is one chant. Yeah, Tinky, 7-day banner all the way. Really, Tim? Not that powerful DPS-wise? It feels like she was. And of course, there hasn't been a thunder or lightning zone yet, and I'm sure they're going to release it at some point, and that will make a lot of these lightning units very, very powerful again, I'm sure. Just like Shade, I imagine Shade Zone and Crystal Zone will eventually come out. Yep, definitely AS Rosetta is quite useful. Hey, congrats, D-Half Mood. Glad you're getting a chant along with my runs. That's awesome. Alright, back to the Satellite Stadium. I swear, sometimes these grinds seem quite monotonous, but it's a little bit more interesting now that I have you all here hanging out, so to speak. Alright, another one-turn AF here, just finish off the boss. Oops. Shadow, are you talking about normal version or extreme version? And when you say the king, I think in the 6th mode, isn't that the Phantom one with the crystals, or am I thinking a different one? Yeah, Tinky, I agree that for you and Aether, it's the game, as you know, the devs obviously are trying to make every zone almost like having a use, and I think they really tried to expand everyone's roster and make everyone have a wide range roster. And so I've always said that we want to have as many different kind of team comps as possible, at least the basics of them, especially zone setters, just in case we need those zones in the future. I mean, we can't predict what the devs are going to put out with super boss wise or even story wise, but I do feel they kind of really want us to have a good range of team comps. Blue rubber ducky. I haven't even tried to kill all 4 dummies yet. Oh, Brunhild. Hey, not a great treatise, but still, we got a treatise, and the last stand ore is always very useful. And our last run for future Gyralia. If you're getting difficulty in getting enough damage, obviously you do need to set up a 2-turn AF and survive that first attack by the triple water attack from the Phantom. So you'll need some type shielding or water resist shielding for your team. I think what Tinky is talking about, Gao, is not that we can't kill the mobs, which everyone can essentially do. I think it's more like tackling some more difficult content in the game. Because at the end of the day, I don't think anyone needs anything more than a basic team of 5 stars. Like almost any 5-star can carry us through the story, especially given that we can beat everything with 3 characters anyways for storyline. I think it's more like the optional content is a lot more challenging, and not to say you can't beat them with the free units. I believe the Tales of can actually beat most of these challenges for the boss rush. It's just a lot more painful and requires a lot of Grasta. Chapter 56, Keith. I think in the very beginning, it's in the very beginning you only get access to the initial one, but it's only after you finish that story arc that you really get full access to the first part of Grasta, and then after chapter 76 you'll get more access to the altered ones, and then 66 as well. So each arc of the goddess will unlock further things. Tainted. Yeah, no, I live stream once a week nowadays for the most part, just to burn some red and green keys and have everyone hang out. So welcome to tonight's stream. Hopefully you all are enjoying it and getting comfortable hanging out and burning keys alongside with me. Tainted, if you're looking about AF bar and how to use it and stuff like that, I mean, some of my back to basics videos do cover that, but I think things have changed a little bit, being that zone characters are not out, of course, and having a zone active is essentially the fastest way to build bar, either during a fight or to maintain an AF bar. So before that, we were worried more about multi-hits as well as elemental weaknesses or weapon weaknesses. Those charge the bar more quickly. Nowadays, with zone, essentially any hit will charge the bar if it's relevant to that zone. Okay, for our last satellite stadium, can we double up? Can we get 2 transcripts? And we get 2 high-class scrolls instead. Sounds about right. Again, 8 runs, 1 transcript, 1 treatise. Not too bad at all. And let's finish up the boss. We'll target this one for fun. I'm sure I can kill both anyways. And let's see if we can end it with, oh, there you go. Break from Melissa, and then 1 large calamity. I will say, Gilno is very, very useful in stage 3 of the extreme boss rush, being that he is male. and he has pretty good DPS, and he has pretty good synergy with a lot of the combinations that you can bring, especially Slash Zone with Crest. Hey, guys, everyone, second treatise. If we get one more, I will live upgrade and buy 2 treatises for ASMU. So that is great. And 1 extra life for Serene. Okay, let's go back to... let's add a couple of points, might as well. Finish off our 4-star board. And then we only have a few more points here, 3 more. But let's go to Crystal, everyone. Still working on the staff, actually. So this part's going to be a little bit slower, everyone. I do apologize for that. I will be killing all 15 mobs, being that we do want all the materials. Yes, Tinky, I would love to go White Gate during this live stream. There you go. Wow, 1 round, and that was enough. Wow, I didn't know people actually compared heights of units. I never really thought about it that way. Thank you, Kenji. Thank you, everyone. That was quite a nice drop. This is already a very successful live stream. 1 chant and 1 really needed treatise. Oh, I don't know about that. Whether or not you feel that she's outclassed. Slash is so powerful. Having ASMU along on the ride is going to be a must-have in my opinion. Eventually. Not to mention, don't forget that the Pride of Miglin's boosts double for Miglin's units. And Felmina is still a top-tier DPS. I think the combinations with Miglin's units is going to stay around for a while, and who knows if they're going to release Miglin's units in the future. But in Fire Slash, which I think is the best Elemental Slash team right now, she is basically not substitutable. Her boosts just help the whole team. Of course, that's just my opinion. Tinky, I actually have a plus encounter on Clark with 1 of the badges, but I only put 1. I'm still getting used to which areas are rare. I think for the second area it's called the Azure, and then the third one I can't remember. I haven't seen enough of them. I will say I hate these hounds. They are extremely fast. Like that. Just like that. 2300. Ability to crit and kill you too. That's okay. We have healers on here. I will say that I actually forgot at one point that Clark has a healing, but his heal is actually pretty good. Of course, he's got synergies with my other mages, but still. Maybe Nagi's just hunching down blue rubber duckies. Oh, oops, didn't kill yet. Don't forget that winged child can be used with ASMU. Hey Arthur. Yeah, this team is definitely can handle most things, and the thing is, even with resistances, we have Gary essentially blasting through if necessary. Fifth Garyu AS fight with Tales of? I'm actually not sure, but I imagine honestly nowadays with Slash Zone, I don't see any reason why you can't. Don't forget the Ember Magic Dragon does have an HP stopper though. But I would imagine nowadays with enhanced Grasta or even decent Grasta, you could probably establish Slash Zone, wear it down to 50% and just bar it to hell. Hey, COC Masters? Not much. Looking for another Minerva Treatise. So, Blue Rubber Ducky, who's the tallest unit in Another Eden? Oh crap. Pressed the wrong one. Oopsies. Not quite enough. We'll just end it here. There we go. Man, I've run this for a whole week and I still forgot where all the chests are. AS Radica is better than AS Garyu. Honestly, I haven't used AS Garyu for some time. If I need a fire team, I actually use Fire Slash over Elemental Fire. Just more synergy that way. Oh, probably a male. I can't see why not. Meanwhile, Melissa's out of mana or MP. I guess I used her Glint Gale a little bit too much. Yes, Vayna AS is a zone setter, but if you leave her up front, she won't replace zone, and I'm imagining that's what a lot of people do for either support, heal, or still dealing damage. Just like I use Foreign in a water zone, AS Foreign, and you don't need her to be a Pierce unit, Pierce zone setter. I'll have to check after this. I think they're all over 250 though. Oh, weird that your camera shows up on Thunder. I find nowadays I'm just purely on... oh, that's right, you're on... if you're starting with the Garrelia... Yeah, Ancient Garrelia, that's why. Location to location. Arthur, yeah, I'll check the speed right after this run. I'll bring up my unit list. They're all pretty fast though. I know that all of them are quite fast except for Garyu, and I think he has 2 badges on him anyways because he's over 200 Shadow. Okay. So yeah, 275, 246, and note that I'm only using enemy encounter badge. Slowest at 223, 290, and of course, whatever. UL is actually pretty fast naturally as a unit. I'm not sure if Elemental Banner is going to come again. We had one a few months ago, right? Well, Akane feels very young, and so I would imagine she's a little bit shorter. Not to mention, yeah, not really sure. Lokito should be really tall, actually. It's all that. It's probably some of the Grasta on her as well, Arthur. And don't forget the 25-25 speed badge as well. Congrats on the AS Hismina, COC. She is a monster DPS. That's actually one small reason why I summoned on her AS banner when I was rage pulling. I felt that she would add a lot to my Pierce team, being that my Water Pierce was actually among the weaker teams that I had. I mean, at this point with regular Hismina, I just need a couple more 3DCs and I'll be able to upgrade her or side grade her if needed. Well, Gao, I think everyone likes talking just normal talk about Eden. So if they want to talk about tall versus short, I mean, it's fine. However, saying that women are supposed to be short is a little bit, I will say a little bit prejudiced. I know some tall women, of course I know some short women in general, and in general, of course, women tend to be less tall or shorter than male counterparts, but to say all women are short, oh, I wouldn't say that at all. I think Iska feels actually really tall, to be honest. Blue rubber ducky. Maybe I'll do that offline and just check out the heights for myself. Fair enough, Gal. I actually know a lot of, I also know a few female friends who are also around 5 feet tall. Wow, that's actually pretty tall, COC. Miss Dare's always taller. Her feet are off the ground. And again, with that hound being so much faster. Got it, Blue Rapper. Okay, cool. Rise agreed with that. Hey, everyone has a waifu. Well, most of the people playing the game have a waifu of some sort. Whether or not it's a more of a relaxed waifu or a serious waifu. And so, everyone plays the game for different reasons. As much as I say, obviously Suzette's my waifu because that was my first 5-star in the game. I definitely like her as a character, but I don't know if I would go as far as saying, oh, Oh, wow, 2 units gone. That's not very nice. Like I said, this dungeon is definitely a lot more challenging than the other ones. But hey, I don't mind. I mean, I understand that that's gonna be the thing. Let's see if I can kill this off. And another. Whoa! Just like that. Argent, in terms of best fist, I think I'm not sure, I haven't playtested it. I would imagine the fists you get from the Garrelia Lightning dungeon to be pretty good in terms of synergy, although I cannot confirm. Gao? Yes, I am married, and my wife knows I play this game, and she takes it all in good fun, and that's exactly it. I would say, as a happily married man, I mean, waifu is just almost like a running joke, and we do joke around about that, but I mean, I don't know, to each their own, again. I play the game mainly to enjoy the game. Like I said, I actually focus on the gameplay of the characters more than their looks, to be honest. Okay, on another note, let's kill off this boss and see if we're getting good drops. Again, we're still looking for one more Minerva. Noelle, congrats on the ES Molina. Melissa got a pretty cool design. Oh! Now the treatise starts with M, but was not the Minerva. Another Miglin's character, so to speak. Hot or not? Oh yeah. Again, a nice little joke for those who appreciate that in my 5-star summons. Flame Master, more enhancing Grastas that enhance our newer elements units is always a welcome sight. All right. I do find that the Glint Gale is very useful against those mobs there. One-shot kill. Oh, really, Arjun? Good to know. Didn't realize that Miyake's fist would actually play out better than the Azul. Higher stats, I guess? I will say I really haven't played around with maximizing my weapon and optimizing my weapon setups. I usually play around with Grasta and weapons only if the content ends up being too difficult to beat. But otherwise, I find that adjusting the Grasta usually is enough for me. Congratulations, Aether. Do you need those Jadeite of the pack? I find they're always useful. There's lots of tier 3s to upgrade. I'm not even finished all of mine. Wow, congrats, Jose. Hey, power creep is real. Those old fights against Ember Magic were ridiculous. And now, pretty much any free team, even most free teams could probably handle it. COC, nice. Jade 5-star, still pretty useful. And as a free unit, having a boost, 50% boost on lances, not to mention the extra pain setting, not bad. 25% power down is also pretty nice. That's true. The animations do make a difference on the speed of your AF. I always use OG Garyu at this point. In the early days when I needed a fire zone, I did use AS Garyu as well. Still pretty decent as a free unit, but again, haven't had to use a pure fire zone for a very long time. Yep, Bryce, you're correct. One extra key in a couple minutes, or possibly an update. It's okay, Argent. It's only because that first turn super wind attack can be difficult to manage if you don't shield up. I'm sure you've mastered it by now. Man, these two dog mobs are the worst. And the cat drags off another person, unfortunately. Luckily, we get them back for free. I've always found that that was a really good mechanic for the game, where even if you've died the battle before, they kind of survive with 1 HP. And I realize that that is actually pretty common with most JRPGs, but still, it's nice. We'll have the extra double heal just in case. And people are mostly healed up. So on longer maps, you can see that one enhanced plus encounter is usually enough to not waste any time. Okay, so another boss kill, and let's see what kind of drops here. Can we get the third one we want? Come on, let's see it. And now that's 8 PM local time for me, we can check to see if a notice has come out. Nope, nothing yet. Okay, back to burning a round of keys. I did get a free key, so we can do that. I can't remember if Farewell, I guess, I think that's how you pronounce it, had an HP stopper for Deidre's Manifest. If not, I think the Tales of can one-shot kill that, or 2-turn kill. Again, haven't tried though for a long time, so can't tell you. Yeah, one thing about gathering all these materials, definitely takes a lot more time to do a run instead of just a speed run. Hey, losers become winners. Welcome. Glad that you dropped by. I am hoping for my third Minerva Treaty. So we got one live on the live stream, and we got a chant as well. And yes, no white gate key yet. Which, well, you know, it's 1 in 10. So we've run what? Around 10 runs, technically. Right? 8 green runs, and then I think we've done about maybe 12. Still not too bad. I'm sure we'll get one white gate key before all is said and done, and we'll have to see what drops. Hey, Phil Caddy, welcome back to the stream. Thank you. I really would like to get do Nerith at some point, but being that the Magic Zone banner, I only need the 1 unit. I'm not going to spend any stones there, unfortunately. But I was very tempted at one point. If I had 2 missing gaps, I probably would have summoned there. Really, Aether? No form of Molina? Oh, that's so sad. Hopefully you off banner or it spooks you sometime soon. AS Foreign is definitely a great treaty to go for COC. I think, Gao, you've forgotten that Joker, being that he's P5, has that 1 more. I think his triple burst is actually very useful in AF. 6 hits against weakness. Not to mention his fire slash multiplier damage-wise isn't that bad. Alright, and we're back. I was worried that it wouldn't make it. Oh, we're dead again? Nice. I would debate about that. Non-elemental type attack, non-type attack is actually very, very useful against elemental fighters. My non-elemental or non-type slash attack is one of my more powerful teams, actually. Not to mention Void Grasping can really help that with the enhanced Grasta system as well. Alright, and we get some heal in right before the end, and of course Inferno heals up Garyu to max. Yeah, in terms of null, I mean, think of it this way. The Elga Renri combo is still a thing. Crest obviously is null. Mila, when it's null attack and most of the moves are null, heal at the end of turn. These kind of mechanics are extremely useful, I will say. Boy, didn't realize I'm out of MP again for Melissa. Let's see if we get anything cool on this drop. Come on, Treaties. Specifically Minerva. I won't complain if I get a Codex again. It'll have to do it. Yeah, Renri with Manifest is extremely useful. I wouldn't say she's absolutely necessary, being that I think there are more units that come up with a dual debuff, but for now I think she still is very, very useful, especially in non-elemental slash team. Oh, too bad. Not much there. Whenever I see a class scroll, it's depressing. Okay, let's buy one more. We're going to only buy one round of red keys, and then I'll have to call it a night. Unfortunately, being that it is a Sunday, have to get ready for the work week tomorrow. And I'm sure a lot of you are like that as well. I think Melissa is very useful in any dungeon, to be honest. Just the fact that she powers up the bar so quickly and ends horrors, I just find her very useful for farming. Blue Rubber Ducky, yes, I did catch them. The animations are pretty sweet. Was that yours? Oh, nice D Half Moon. A good way to abuse some of the crystal weakness in this dungeon. Congrats, Argent. Extra Aldo Light, one closer to 255. Hey, Yoel is almost level 80. Hey, cool, Blue Rubber Ducky. I'll make sure I'll check out more of your threads on Reddit. Hey, Lim, welcome to the stream. Hey, still 122 light, still getting closer to the at least the 140s the next break. That's right. I do remember you mentioning that a long time ago. 909 winning katanas. In terms of shadow for Gilna, grinding him when I had time to grind was not bad because now I have Gilna as a shadow battery. But I would still think that Aldo is probably the priority at this stage, given the fact that they have boosted both Cyrus and Aldo. Tainted. I would still recommend, if you can, you could bring whichever whichever units you want. They need to be multi-hits. Obviously, you have a blunt that does multi-hit like a Felmina. I think that would do really well. The P5 does really well with the one more ability, so keep that in mind. And this is where we talk about the triple burst now hitting extra, because the boss, the big white Lai, does have a multi-hit shield, and it has an HP stopper as well, which makes it difficult. So I did find having Morgana as well as Joker in that team, and if you have Violet at that time, that works really well. And of course, if you bring your fourth unit, you can do that. Yeah, just like Arjun said. Losers, how do I like Yoella? I mentioned it earlier. I don't know if she's extremely... Oh shoot. Forgot to heal there. I don't know if I feel she's that useful. So I can't really comment. But I think in terms of Lance DPS as a crit setter, I think she's still pretty good. And against single bosses, especially where you have a full bar and able to charge up all those hits with her Lunatic Crystal, I think her DPS can come pretty close to a really high DPS, especially in conjunction with people like AS's Mina. Still haven't tested her yet. Yes, zoneless is better for the for that big white bug, I think. I think when you talk about P5 units, I think their multipliers aren't extremely high unless you put a lot of Void Grasta on it. The main thing is at this point you need a lot of multi-hits, and the fact that they double their hits make them very viable against that boss. That boss is essentially to showcase that one more ability by the P5 unit. But the main thing is, I would say that Violet's multi-hit. Remember, she has a multi-hit combo as well, and it doubles the combo attack. So that's where you really can see her shine. I would say most of the time you see her being used with Sword Dance, right? Because of the earth and the crit. So let's have some bets. Do you guys think we're going to get extra treaty drop or anything significant, or you think this is going to be near the end of what we are going to get?
階級に難ありか。
Okay. Haven't used AS Saki for a very long time. Sounds good, losers become winners. I would love the PCD clear. Tainted? We shall see. We shall see. I would love to. Oh, hey. Nothing really exciting there, but I'll take a treatise. A treatise is a treatise after all. I remember being so excited when I got AS Renri, and I did use her for a few months, but I haven't used her much recently. Agreed, Falcati. As a free-to-play, I take whatever I can get. No complaints either way. I mean, I shouldn't really complain. I feel that I have a pretty well-balanced team, and the number of drops I get is pretty well within range of what to expect. So, yeah, can't complain either way. D Half Moon. That is correct. The choice does not matter at this point for PCD. It's just more of a matter of preference. But no, once you enter the dungeon and I think activate the Waikiki, that's when your luck is, or the roll has already been set, so to speak. I think they're planning to do the Mythos sequel in the future, right? But we'll see. No, I think AS Renri is still quite a good unit. I just haven't fit her into a team recently. What we need is Aldo AS. Man, haven't really seen any rare rooms actually. That's very surprising for running a number of red keys. Man, this 50% XP badge is very, very useful. So, for those who haven't cleared all the stages of boss rush, make sure you try to at least get the one early on that has the 50% XP increase. Very, very useful for grinding units. COC, I have no Grasta on Clark, I don't believe. I'll check. Nothing amazing, because he's not really my main DPS. Although, when he becomes AS, I'll rework the Grasta. Congrats, Aether, on the treatise. It's true. After the increase for regular Aldo, you're right. He technically will be already powerful enough. Oh, I got a bunch of those Sunrise and Shining Shadows too, unfortunately. Oh, I will take AS Sora for sure. That would be an awesome unit to play around with. Origin, hey, welcome. Yep, got a horde for Nakoko, for sure. Aether, let's go for the big one. And a cat stamp too. Might as well get for that cat garden thing. I just like the fact that Nakoko can fit into a lot of different teams, being that she can fit into all elemental teams and be extremely powerful while supporting those teams. Can't comment on AS Tsubami, but as a, I would like a unit that can fit in more teams, more versatility, and not to mention, her support kit looks great, her DPS looks great as well. But then again, I do plan to grind for AS Tsubami's 3DC, so I'm talking from a different perspective, of course. Oh, great. And I lose AS Myers. Oh, sorry to hear that, Aether. To be fair, I think these 5% banners are really, really good anyways. So, I mean, if you decide to use most of your stones here, I can't really see a problem. Unless you have most of the units, in which case you're really not unlocking any new content. Remember, if you're strictly free to play, the whole point is to summon on units that you have no version of, because that's the only way to stretch out the stone budget, being that we don't have unlimited stones. But of course, if you have ability to do the Fatefuls and other things, that would actually help save your stones a lot, in which case then you can choose which banner to go for. For myself, for example, I just can't summon on units that I already have the OG version on, because then I'd run out of stones very, very easily. Yeah, Origin, if you have 4.5 Tsubami and you're relatively free to play, grind out those treaties and go for Nakoko, in my opinion. Of course, if you don't have either, then we have more decisions. Nice! Single pull the Shigeri? Not sure why I think of him as a water zone setter. Looks very, very interesting and very offensive-minded. I won't be summoning on that, of course, since I do have a 4.5 myself. But I'll have to look at it and when the time comes, when the banner comes out, then I'll have to make a video and see what I think about him at the time. But still, more water zones. Very, very interesting. And certainly very different from a more defensive healing one like AS Yuna, or a defensive elemental shield with automatic zone setting with AS Annabelle. I will say with the recent release of the boss rush, having that ability to set a zone without VCing in was very, very useful with AS Annabelle. No, if you're missing multiple units on those banners, Argent, yeah, I can consider that these 5% banners are more value for you than saving for future ones. Really? Shigeru is your first gacha 5? We all need to remember our first 5-star, to be honest. Tai, I believe, yes. Renri and Tsukiya both give it, and if you stack enough stacks, then you get 6 moves with AS Tsukiya, right? Renry's not bad, 3 moves. But it's part of the way she does damage anyway, so it really doesn't interrupt. So I think when it comes to crit setting, as long as the move actually is incorporated into the person's rotation, it's really not too bad. I find that if you have to kind of go out of your way to set the crit, then it becomes more problematic. My second 5-star was Annabelle. And Leclerc was my third one. All the early units. That's like update 1.1, 1.2. Oh, a long time ago. And I still haven't pulled a 5-star Mighty. Oh, I was chasing Iska forever. I think that's the most hilarious part. Looking back on all those units I missed out on, needed them for the meta at the time, and of course, looking down months, years afterwards, not as useful as they were back then. But hey, that's the nature of the game, right? No comment, Arjun. I feel the pain. I think I just remember because I used Suzette so much for clearing content, being that, I mean, how many 5-stars were available when I first joined Global? 6. There were only 6. The OG 6. And then the 7th one was Annabelle, and the 8th one was Leclerc. I think Iska was after that. It's been a long time though. I'd have to look back. Really? Clark only has 160 intelligence? I did not realize that. Ironically, Blue Rubber Ducky, that was my last AS pull. But, oh, Mario's... I still consider Mario very, very useful in this part, in the game. Oh, I don't remember that video actually, but I do remember saying that, Arjun. That's hilarious. Definitely been a long time since I've been on YouTube as a content creator. Need a heal here, so let's see if we can get something going. Ow. That was not very nice. Yeah, Mario AS isn't very good. Nice, COC. Hey, I'm glad you could bring up the right video. I didn't even remember exactly that. That is true. I do remember that now. That's awesome. You guys all remember that video. Actually, back to Mario being not as useful or power crept. I think with all the units nowadays, it's just a matter of where you can fit those units on your team. For example, I know that Lokido isn't the most powerful unit now, but I'm sure I can still find a use for him in, for example, an enemy weak to fist or blunt or something like that, right? Same with Meryl. On Magic teams, obviously she's still good. On certain teams where you're 1 or 2 killing, one or two AF kills, then she might not be as useful because she's not offensive minded, right? So it really depends what you're using Mariel for. I will say that I'm glad to still have her on my roster, being that it just allows you when you need the defense on a team. Her VC, her heal, all those things are very, very useful. But like I said, in terms of fitting into 1 or 2 turn AFs, no, she's not as useful in that sense. I am glad I have her and continue to use her. Although you can see, like, when I first started the game and even to the until last year, I still brought Mariel on a lot of my dungeon runs, being that I needed that shielding and healing. Now we can clearly see that my team is a lot more offensively minded. Although we also have units, for example, like AS, Myris, and even Clark here, where they have a dual function as DPS and healing. And so that's part of the reason that some people would say that Mariel is not quite as useful. Like I said, all units essentially have some use. Some have more than others, and the fact that Mariel is still in discussion nowadays after, 2+ years, that shows how awesome she really is. Hey, silver badge. I should do those play on words, Argent. Losers, if you're talking about opening every chest, you need it for the upgrading the weapons and buying the weapons from this area, which you could buy in the store. You do have to go to the Emporium and upgrade them to higher levels if you want them, and they are essentially enhanced crystal damage, so that's why I'm collecting everything. Oh wow, got slaughtered there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure AS Radica does have 100% magic crit, essentially. And you can, with enough luck, that white card comes out automatically, correct? It's just buying the materials, Melody. Yep, like Ty said, guarantees white cards. And I think there's a ring that gives plus 40 luck from the twins fight, isn't it not? I think that's one of the builds that you get her for. I think one of the main things with Mariel is really, I find her magic crit rate very useful, but I think her Aurora Force is actually what I would consider to be her signature move. Not like, you know, obviously her heal with a manifest, MP regen is nice, and it actually helps with longer fights, aka when I used to slog out the fights with the twins. But certainly if you're talking about purely offensive magic team, I actually think that AS Radica might have more synergy for fire DPS anyways than Mariel. That being said, you can swap them out depending on the use, right? For some fights where you need a little bit of defense, hey, Mariel's still #1 in my books for defense and support and healing. But if you need some more fire offense, and being that Garyu, if you're using Garyu over generic AS, for example, as well as having AS Rosetta being a fire type zone setting for Magic Zone, but obviously fire type, I think that fire synergy is really, really good. Okay, not much there. Blue Rubber Ducky, when you say Mariel can kind of hurt AS Myris, I'm not really sure what you mean. I would say that they're, like I said, I use both of them on my Magic team, being that I don't have an AS Radica or an AS generic. And hey, my Magic team, even with those 4, is more than enough. And Tai, like you said, melts the twins in 4 or 5 turns. Wow! What is going on, guys? I guess I'll have to settle for 2nd place. Look at that! Wow. Oh, no Minerva Treaties, but look at that, everyone. That is great. Okay, last key. Although, hey, we got UL at level 80 as well. Well, time to switch out her badge. Thank you all for bringing me great luck. That is crazy good. And we will swap out the badge here and put in the 50% so we can really grind out that. There we go. Okay, so let's see what we get here. I'll just leave her in there for now. Thank you, everyone. Two more to go. This has been quite the epic live stream, everyone. I will say that. Okay, so we're running our last key. I know I still have a few extra ones. Well, you know what? If things go well, I'll just run all of them and make it a little bit longer of a live stream if you guys don't mind. Up to you though. If you want me to stay online for a little bit longer, I'll run an additional 5 red keys. What do y'all think? Oh yes, now that you mention it, yes, their MP heal or recovery on AS Myris does get affected by Mariel, you're right. Okay, so we have 1 vote for end the stream, 2 votes on, 1 vote for going for it, a couple of, whatever I feel extra. Oh, sure. Okay, we'll run it a little bit longer and see how we go. If things don't go well, then I'll end the stream, a little bit after afterwards. Thank you very much for all the comments and support. if you're talking about managing AS Myrus's MP, a lot of times for like bigger boss fights, I actually would drain the MP to about half, usually in the 300 range, and then I would go into the boss fight as long as I calculate enough turns that I can still cast everything to use her. And keep in mind that if you're activating an AF, that doesn't use MP, so I take that into consideration. Also, I think as her MP goes down, the cost of one of her moves actually goes down as well. I can't remember. So something to consider. And yes, Pry is great. Once he becomes 5-star, I think his tanking ability is unmatched. And he's free. Well, essentially free. I mean, I still haven't even used that free 4-star summon crystal, and I think you can get that for free, of course. Oh yes, it gives a shade attack, and I think I have it online. Oh shoot, what am I doing? Whoops, sorry everyone. That was not very smart. Okay, let's just finish off. Yeah, you can see an 80 shadow. I do have that one, the Nor Pure, but I don't find it that useful, being that most of the time I am not using shade attacks. I find his crystal attacks, especially in this dungeon, more useful. Okay, Rise, have a good night. Thanks for staying so long. I also can't wait for Clark AS. Let's see if we can finally get power heal. Oh yes. I find that Melissa generally moves a little bit faster, so we hope for RNG such that I can heal there. Good morning. Is it Note? Nout? I'm probably pronouncing you wrong. I'm sorry. Good morning. Thank you for joining the stream. In terms of what you've missed, we've had a really wonderful stream, to be honest. Pretty epic. We got one chant, we got one Minerva Treatise, and we got one Codex. So very, very awesome drops. It's true. Max HP is definitely pretty easily used since Myrus has that power heal as well. No, not for AS Lily, you're right. Hey, Liar. No, I don't, or Leah, I guess. I'm not really sure. I don't think it's ever too late to rejoin the game. It's, as I said earlier on this stream, you may have missed out on some keys and some logins, but you're also offset by the fact that as you've started later, say now, you usually get a whole round where you earn all those chronostones, and seeing that the newer units are more powerful as well, you might actually end up with more powerful units than if you had continued playing. So, not too bad. Always join. All the content's always permanent, so you didn't miss out anything. Hey, Wakan. Welcome. Oh, really? I misskipped the chest. Whoops. Well, at least it wasn't a rare one, right? Okay, make sure I kill the boss this time. Yeah, I'm looking forward to grinding out AS 5-star May. Come on, let's get the drop we need, guys. Everyone, let's see if we get it. Ah, nothing exciting. Okay. Forgot I had 2 keys here. Anyways, let's run a few more red keys, and then we'll call it a night unless something amazing happens here. I find that I definitely have to apply, if I want that killed in one turn, Myris has to hit and apply pain. I do have enhanced pain Grasta on both Garyu as well as Myris, if you're wondering. Nice setup, Blue Rubber Ducky. Radius is our first Slash Zone unit for sure. Ooh, another Symphony would be cool. Get a couple more free P5 units. I'm always down for extra collabs. Apparently, if you guys are running this dungeon, the drops for the dinosaur are hard to get, so be aware of that. Oh, good point, Flame Master. Yes, first weapon zone character. Final Fantasy Symphony, good luck with that. Okay. Man, these long dungeon runs are quite tedious. I will say that. I definitely liked when I could just run them and just kill a few mobs, just like when I was doing Miglin's Castle. I do like wandering through the Crystalline Tower, though. Ouch. Okay. I think these are the easiest mobs to handle. One slice and they're gone. I'll take any collab, whatever it happens to be. If they have more Tales of, great. If they have more P5 continuation, that's great as well. If they have a completely new and different collab, that'd be great. The problem is I think it's really hard to get the licensing going, as well as just all the details, because both sides who support that game will probably have to discuss how they want the units to be represented and stuff too, right? SAO would be cool. And Star Ocean, I did play the original. That is cool. I think P5 would probably be easiest just because they already had 2 previous collaborations. It'd be probably easier for discussions. Or of course Tales of. So those 2 collaborations probably easier to just kind of get more working since they already have a deal in place, so to speak. Because if you think about it, the fact that this content is permanent, they must have some agreement either in sharing royalties or something along those lines. At least that's what I imagine. Notes or Newt. I am running the new dungeon to get the 3 new weapons and plus penning them because they are crystal weapons which enhance crystal damage. More for completion rather than anything else, and at the end of the day I still need True VC Grasta for Milsha, and of course those drop in any of these Deborah dungeons. Oops. Let's double heal just in case who's faster. Alright, we have overlap, and then we go. Just a couple of runs left to see if the luck holds out or if it has run out. First script, not much there. At this point, just looking for the rewards at the end. Yes, note. I am definitely killing everything just for the materials until I get everything upgraded, and then I'll decide what I do. I may speed run it if I have enough, to go off. Oh, hey, here we go. By the way, I'm still looking for my first Sensationalist in the Cape. So, if we could do that here, that would be quite exciting as well. I will start with the drawers for a change. Let's go with the lake since it doesn't matter anyways. And we don't get anywhere. I also don't see the Sensationalist here, so I guess we got our one white key of tonight's stream, and not much happening. Hey Vol, welcome. Nope, no Sensationalist in the Cape. Of course, if I finished Elzion, I have seen those multiple times, but strictly from the fail, no, never seen it once. So I'm still waiting for my first one. I know, anytime you go from the first room even to Zol Plains, I'm pretty happy. The number of single fails are pretty bad, actually. Lim, you get it from the first few fights of the boss rush or the battle simulator that's found in Sebastian's room in Elzion. So if you do have a decent 5-star team, the first few stages should be relatively straightforward, hopefully, to get. You can even use some of the free units to challenge it and complete all the different requirements. Flamester, have I watched it? I've watched a few chapters before, but I haven't really gotten into too much anime recently. My kids are currently on Netflix watches JoJo, and I can't remember what else they've watched. I've watched SDS. Oh, Naruto, yep. but I definitely would like to watch more anime. Just kind of difficult at times, being a lot of my time or most of my time is actually concentrated on Another Eden, creating videos and things like that. I will say, since you guys are on my stream, I'll give you a little bit of insider information. There should be a video coming out, and I think you'll know when you see it. And I will say that is something I'm very, very excited about, and I hopefully it'll turn out really well. I really can't say too much more than that, but hopefully when you guys watch that video, you'll know what I'm talking about. So just a little bit of heads up. Oh yes, Demon Slayer. I also have seen a couple of chapters. Again, not much time. Attack on Titan. So on and so forth. Sometimes when my kids are watching TV and watching anime on Netflix, I kind of pop by and kind of watch with them. Dio! Dio! Fisco's Burr. STS with this collaboration would be pretty cool, but since they already have a licensed game, I don't think that's going to happen. Well, you never know. Mind you, we'll see. D Half Moon, what do you mean by is this from the official account? Hey, we actually made it to the third area here with a little bit of MP left for Melissa. No, insider as in I'm telling you insider information from like just my view on things. If you're saying official insider information, yeah, not yeah. That's all I can really say. But I'm just telling you to watch for a video coming out in the next little while. And you'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. I actually don't have any insider information from devs in general, if that's what you're wondering. I'm just a normal player just like you. No extra access to dev accounts, for example, no extra stones. I'm wondering if anyone's ever wondering. No, I don't get paid by Another Eden, WFS. I don't have increased summon rates, and I don't get any free stones from them either. So I'm just like everyone else, and I just enjoy the game, and so I decided to create content. No worries, Half Moon. Like I said, it should be exciting. Like I said, that's another reason I've been busy, working on a few different things, like I said. Come on, let's see something good here. Oh, Rune Knight, so close, yet so far. Tainted Messiah. Yeah, I know, I totally sound like a shill. To be fair, actually a lot of other games do pay their content creators and slip them things. I've actually read on the... I don't know if you guys ever visit the Gacha Gaming subreddit. I do from time to time just to see if there's any drama that occurs in other gacha games. I think Eden, WFS has done pretty well in staying out of any major issues. I think the last one when they had to reimburse people for some fine print when they were summoning, but otherwise, honestly, they've been pretty good to us for the most part. I know a lot of people feel that we don't get a lot of free stones and stuff like that, but I counter that with saying we don't need multiple dupes either. That's usually the defense I would give, and people can agree or disagree with that, but overall, I think that's how we get treated very fairly. That's true. I would love to see another Eden anime. You know they've made it if they have their own anime after themselves. Okay, so it's approaching, we've been on live stream for about 2 hours now, so this will be my last run, everyone. Let's see if we can end it with a bang. I will, as usual, do a couple of badge exchanges and see what we get. Tainted, they will have the subscription service coming out. It's already out in Japan. So, I'm not sure how the details are. I can't remember the exact details, but apparently if you keep the subscription for a number of months, you get a little bit of extra bonuses in terms of certain items, as well as eventually getting almost like semi selector for units. Origin, agree. A PCD would be clear, would be nice, but let's be honest. This I've done very well tonight so far. And D Half Moon, I agree. The combat system is complex enough that there is some strategy, but it doesn't feel like there's a ton of. I think the grind is actually considered relatively moderate. I don't feel that it's exceptionally bad. Especially since we don't have to grind certain events like other games. I used to play another game that had weekly events, and that was brutal. Finding time on the weekend or even during the weekdays to kind of fit in time, and the grind was like an hour a day on top of potential other events and other things. It got too ridiculous. I had to quit, and a lot of those have guilds and other things where you almost feel guilty for letting down your guild members. That is one thing I will say I hated about those kind of mechanics. So Eden is very, very respectful of your time in that sense. Yeah, grinding like the materials for weapons is a little bit grindy. But again, if you do like 10-15 minutes, and the main thing is no rush to do it. If you feel like you're doing it, you can. If you don't feel like it, you don't have to. And I think that's one thing I really, really enjoy about the game. When new content comes out, I will say at times I almost feel a little bit burnt out because there's a lot of pressure, and let's be honest, as a content creator to kind of make videos. And I know that most of you or many of you wait for my content pretty recent. You don't want to wait a week or two after the fact, right? So there's a little bit of pressure in that sense, but otherwise, no, I play the game at my own pace. Keys, I can fit in 1 or 2 keys in the morning, 1 or 2 keys at night. It's great. No, RNG on chance can be brutal, Gao. I agree. Luckily, the boss rush and especially Chapter 8 gave us a couple of chants as well. So at least hopefully that has offset some of your chant problems. But that's always going to be continual grind for free-to-plays, and let's be honest, they're one of their monetization areas, right? So as much as we say the game is great, hey, they have to make money, and I think that's the way to do it. that being said, I think the mechanics are extremely fair in the fact that it doesn't, it doesn't feel like I'm gated out. Is all I can say. Yes, summoning videos are always exciting. I will say that's true. Okay, so last key. Can we make it a great one? 2 murmur strips. Okay, all done. I'm not sure if we're going to see any cool drops now, but we're going to go exchange some badges, and that'll be the end. Thank you all for staying with me this Sunday evening, at least for me, local time. It's been a long stream, actually, longer than usual, and hopefully you all enjoyed it. Hey, Kern. Thank you. In terms of what as a free-to-play, what I'm saving for, I can say in general, it is Nokoko, that banner with ES Takia, extra Pierce zone unit, plus a very powerful multi-elemental zone unit is great. However, everyone has different opinions. So me personally, I'm saving for Nokoko, but don't forget that AS Tiramisu coming up, and if you need help killing mobs, Tiramisu is very useful. Let's do this, everyone. Mystery fruit. I'll take a luring shadow or shining light, guiding light. Prayer, second best. Wow, I have a lot. I haven't traded in for a couple weeks, I think. Now we got a few more tries. 10 at a time. Stardust. Alright, I think that is all, everyone. So I'll stop it right here. Again, thank you all for joining, and we'll see you next time. And again, thank you all for watching.